Hey guys, so I wanted to tell you a little bit about what happened with my financial aid because I almost had a financial aid snafu. Um, for those of you who don't know, I am currently attending a pre med program. I'm doing it mostly online, and if you guys want more information, I can explain that in a future video. So just let me know. So, anyways, let me tell you what happened. So, for those of you who don't know, I have attended college in the past, and so I do already have existing student loans from then. So, that doesn't relate to the current school that I'm going to. And basically, what happened was I didn't even think about the fact that this could affect my financial aid currently. I had a bunch of these loans, and instead of having to make different payments on all these separate loans, I decided to consolidate my loans into one loan. And so by doing that, I almost screwed up my financial aid. Like, I was $5,000 having to pay out of my pocket just for this semester. Um, so yeah, I was really panicking. Like, all the last couple weeks I've been panicking, trying to figure out like where I went wrong, how am I going to pay for school, am I going to have to drop out, what's going to happen. And so eventually, somehow in the last few days, I was able to figure out my financial aid issue, and it's fixed now and everything is processing right now. So as of right now, it's looking like I'm actually going to get a refund. um, so yeah, I can't believe that I almost screwed up my financial aid, because I really would have been kicking myself in the butt for that. Because if you guys have been watching for a while, you know that I have been trying to further myself professionally and educationally for a long time now. And now that I'm finally in a pre med program and making progress on those goals, I really would have been super pissed off at myself if I screwed that up just by trying to consolidate loans. Because, like I said, I just kind of spaced and didn't even think of the fact that messing with my existing student loans, I didn't even think about the fact that it could affect my current financial aid package. Um, so I know that it's a little bit weird that I'm doing pre med online or mostly online. I will tell you that the school that I am going to has basically every class that you need available to you online. However, there are certain classes like science classes, because the degree program that I'm in, even though it's accelerated, I have a lot of science classes. Obviously, I have a lot of chemistry, biology, macrobiology, microbiology, all those things. And those require labs. Some of the labs you're able to do through simulation online. It just kind of depends on the class. If you do have a class where you need to go in person on campus, they kind of they accelerate it all into like a week to 2 weeks. Because they know that a lot of people who take their online programs are working adults, and so they kind of work with you to do all your lab stuff in a couple of weeks time at certain periods during the year. So you don't always have to be on campus, and it's not like you have to like leave your job and leave your home for a whole semester or session just to be able to do your lab requirements. You're able to do that by spending a couple weeks on campus. And yes, that does get expensive to travel, but I haven't had to do it just yet. I am in my first session at the school, so we'll see how it goes once I start getting into those higher level classes that require on-campus labs. I do have a class currently and a class that starts in March that requires labs, but I'm able to do those labs via online simulation. The one that I'm in currently is anatomy and physiology, and we have a lab kit that got sent to us, and we have a simulation lab also available to us through our online class. And then next session that starts in March, I have a biology class that does require a lab, but that is completely online through a simulation. So at least that's what I'm understanding at this point. But I just can't believe, that I almost screwed it up for myself. I was really feeling down, and I didn't want to tell you guys about it because I didn't want to speak it into existence. So I'm really glad that I was able to get everything figured out because, like I said, I would have been really super mad at myself and frustrated because it sucks. When you're working so hard, and I am working very hard between my job, my classes, my personal life, all the stress that's going on there. I've really been working hard, and my hard work is paying off because I do have all A's right now still. I just really, really would have been upset if I had screwed it up for myself. So if you are someone who is dealing with financial aid, don't do anything that could potentially mess you up. If you need to consolidate your loans, talk to the financial aid office and let them know what's going on, and ask them if now is a good time for you to try to do something like that, because just so you know, it can possibly affect your financial aid package. So just make sure that you're doing the right thing, and I would stay in constant contact with financial aid office so that you don't screw anything up or inadvertently screw anything up like I almost did. So anyways, I just wanted to share that with you guys. Also, before I go, another thing that can affect your financial aid is if you drop a class or withdraw from a class. That can also affect your financial aid. So make sure that you're being really, really careful with stuff like that. Pay attention to deadlines as far as drop, withdraw, stuff like that. Because, like I said, it can affect your financial aid, especially if you drop below a certain threshold. Like right now, I am still considered full-time, even though I'm only taking 3 classes right now. And, it is what it is. But I just wanted to tell you to make sure that you are keeping that in mind as well, because if you need to drop something, I would talk to financial aid first just to make sure that you're not going to screw yourself up by dropping it. And then also, if you have like a certain class that's a prerequisite or a co-requisite for another class, make sure that you don't drop that, because then it'll automatically drop the other class too. So just make sure that you're being very careful about stuff like that. So anyways, that's my little financial aid snafu. Be very careful because financial aid is very finicky, and like I said, stay in constant contact with your advisor, with financial aid, whoever it is that you need to talk to. So anyways, that's all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you guys next time.